Hi campers, I'm very excited. I have a new tent. I've been like a child at Christmas time waiting for this tent to come from Norway. It's the Nortent Vern 3 season. They call it 3S. I've been refreshing FedEx every 10 minutes for the last week, and the tent came 2 days earlier than Nortent had anticipated, so I'm super stoked getting out tonight. I've had it up in the garden a couple of times just to look at it and sit in it and get a feel for it. It's absolutely beautiful. Tent was expensive, so I went through gear I had at home that I wasn't using and I sold a lot of it, and that's how I justified getting this tent. Yeah, so the gear wasn't being used. This is going to be used a lot. Look at that beauty. What? Unbelievable. Yeah, that'll do. If you're wondering, they're Ireland's highest mountains. They're the McGillicuddy Reeks. Carrantoul is nestled in there in the middle of them. The guy line comes coiled up like this from the factory. So Nortent have advised that you just pull it like this and it'll all just open out. Hey presto! Just to look at it now, fully guyed out. Of course, determined kind of where I put some of the pegs. So some of them a bit longer, some of them a bit shorter. So I wanted to get a tent that would give me more confidence if the weather changed when I'm out camping on an exposed site. Something that would withstand wind. I've done a lot of looking on YouTube and reviews and stuff, and Nortent just kept coming up. Nortent Vern 4 season. It seemed to be a bit overkill for what I'm doing and what I plan on doing, so just this year they launched the 3S, which they're calling the 3 season, but that's kind of a Norway 3 season. So this is just, oh my god, I'm so happy I could puke. So I made a footprint and kind of vestibule cover for my Lanchan only just 2 days ago, and I just took it out and measured it with this Vern 3 season in my garden, and it actually fits. So I have a few grommets in the corners, put a bungee cord, same on the other side, bungee cord, and then the back of it, it's just flat because it's held down under the tent. This is for the Lanchan, for the hiking pole. Sits in that in the center, and then this just I hold it down with a peg. I have so much space in this tent. I'm 5'5". I don't know what that is. Is that a foot? And then with my toes pointed, I'm not hitting the other end. There's pockets, lots of pockets. I'm not used to having pockets, so I don't have anything in the pockets at the moment. There's one above my head. Be handy for a light or something. There is a light hook here. Again, I don't have a light. I just have a head torch that I leave beside me. It's a clothesline, hanging stuff on it. And then the air vents at the end. So that's an air vent there out to the outside. That's a pocket above it. And we have the same at the head end as well. And there's just loads of space in here. You see, this is my backpack. It's fitting in perfectly. And all this vestibule space. 8 p.m. Very gentle breeze coming up here. The sun has a few hours to go yet before it goes down. So it's a 3-season tent, and I think when people get it, they just want to test it in the worst of the possible 3 seasons you can get, whereas this is probably the best conditions you could use the tent in. So it's going to be a good test in that way, to see if it's like too hot or claustrophobic, or not enough airflow, not enough venting. I can just leave the door open tonight, or the 2 doors open even. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it fares in that regard. Thanks for the wind meter, Mike. I haven't pegged the centre of those panels, so there's 4 pegs that haven't been used, but it is so solid. It's just amazing. And you can double pole this tent as well, because I ordered in June on the pre-order. I'm getting a free set of poles. So these poles are the Nortent aluminium poles, so they're quite heavy. In July, Nortent are going to send me out a second set of poles, but they're DAC poles, so they're much lighter. I think 300 grams lighter. So what that means is I'll have 2 sets of poles. So if the weather is really bad and I'm going out camping, maybe, this is the new Joan after all, I can put in the 2 sets of poles and it'll make it much more rigid, and withstand much stronger winds. I think this is good enough for anything I'm going to be going out in, but you never know. I can't stop looking at it. Second door. Lads, where would you get it, huh? I can hear a tractor or a quad bike or something. Crap. Everything's fine. It was just the farmer. He was up checking his sheep, so we had a good chat. He's no problem with me being here at all. He's saying people could be doing an awful lot worse, but he apologised in case he gave me a fright. He didn't really give me a fright, just I thought he was going to kick me off I thought I was going to have to pack up my first night in my tent. No, it was nice to chat to him as well. It's nice to know who owns the land around here. It's commonage like, so there'll be a few people involved. I think I might be sleeping with that door open. There's no breeze. It's warm. And that mesh will just keep the midges out. Good morning. It's just about 5 o'clock now, and yeah, last night was a perfect example of when the weather does not match the forecast at all. It was meant to be winds up to 10 miles an hour maximum, all the forecasts I looked at, and by 1:30 we were getting 18 miles an hour wind here. I recorded 18 miles an hour on the wind meter, and there's a hill just about 1 kilometre back towards the sea at the same level as here, and that has readings constantly, and that got up to, what was it, I think up to 22 miles an hour. Their readings are in kilometres. I've put it up on the screen there. So yeah, so just as well I guide it all out. I was here guying it out saying, well, I don't need to do it, but I'm going to do it just to see what it's like. So the tent was just fabulous. It just didn't bother it at all. Right, We'll do one more walk around this morning. So I've decided I'm going to detach the inner and pack that separately. Yellow tab, which obviously means the front. Doesn't seem to be colour coded to a loop. Is that yellow? Kind of white. Other ones seem to be black. There are lots of attachments, and they're all really easy to do one-handed. Yet another positive for this tent. Don't know if I showed you that both doors are double zipped, so that means you can open the top section of each door, so that's very handy for venting, or if you wanted to cook in the vestibule, or if you just want a bit more ventilation at night, you can have the two of them open, one of them open. This one has this really nice cover on it, so if it's raining, the rain won't go in, even though this is open. So you could cook in the vestibule, let all the gases and steam out. Okay, I'm just biding time. I think I'm going to take it down now. Fabulous. What a night, what a tent. Do you know, it really is a privilege to be able to go camping out in some beautiful place like this. Wake up in the morning, birds singing. I mean, the scenery is just outstanding, and I'm really glad that I found the confidence to camp out in the open like this, where anybody who's passing can see me, and I can do it without fear. Maybe just a little bit of fear, a healthy bit of fear probably. Maybe caution is the word I'd use, but that's not to say I'm not going to be hiding in woods camping again if I'm doing point to points or something like that. I'll choose my times, but these hilltop camps I've done recently are they're really fabulous. It's really great to get the sunset and sunrises. It just makes it a very different day. The ventilation was very good in the tent last night as well. I don't know, it was anywhere between 15-17 degrees, which I don't think I'll be camping in warmer temperatures than that. No, there was good airflow, and I know that the door of the inner is only half mesh. You don't have an option to like zip off the bottom of it, but that was perfect. To get more airflow, all I needed to do was open the top of the two doors if I wanted, which I started out like that for the night, but as the wind picked up they got closed pretty rapid. Yeah, very good on that front as well. One last look around. I'm sure I didn't leave anything. All my pegs are accounted for. They are kind of short, especially for this kind of ground. So I'm gonna I'm gonna order a set of longer pegs. So there's nothing left here. So time to head down. Thanks for watching. In case it didn't come across in any of the footage from earlier, I really, really, really like this tent. Like, it's just amazing. Thanks for watching. And come here, you know, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and get the and hit the notification bell as well, so you get to know when I put up videos. I don't do them very often, but I'm doing a batch of them at the moment. I enjoy sharing this stuff with everyone, like whoever you are, wherever you are. Thanks very much. I appreciate the support, because it's like I'm bringing people along on these camps with me. You know, I'm trying to look at it through other people's eyes. And Ireland, there are beautiful places here. Not everybody can get to these places. Okay, bye for now.